now find the remaining Hell Priests by activating your celestial locator. The second Hell Priest is located in the northern region of Earth. I will calibrate the portal now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This episode was probably my weakest performance to date. I'm currently not well at all. I spent most of yesterday throwing up and struggling to stay conscious. Today, I don't feel much better. I ache, my throat hurts. I haven't thrown up yet, but my head is not in a state where I was making any sort of good decision, really. And you'll see that in the gameplay, the more than usual nonsensical actions I take. Some of the mouse movements are just fucking terrible. Honestly, it's been rough, but I promised this by the weekend, and by George, I will have this out by the weekend. You'll also be receiving 2 videos over the weekend. I'm not sure if it'll be the same day or not, but after this, I am going to start episode 1 of my next game of choice. You'll see it around the same time as this video, maybe just afterwards. It's actually been well, not yesterday, but the day before and a little bit of today spent deciding what the next game will actually be, because obviously I explained in the last episode that Borderlands 3 fell through, but I do have other options, and I will be, well, I've made the decision. I will be uploading, if all goes well, in honesty, I'll be uploading this the same day I record it, and then maybe tomorrow upload the new gameplay for the other one. But we'll have to see where it goes. Also, as much as I can admit as a shit player I am, there will be moments later on in the video where fuck knows what happened. Some of the key pressings wasn't working. The weapon wheel wasn't working, but I'll get to that when we can. And aside from me editing out the fact that I fucked with my settings at the beginning of this, there's only one real edit in this, and that is, well, something you'll see a little later on. Because of the fact I'm ill as well, and really, I kind of prefer doing it like this after the last episode. I might, for this playthrough at least, or maybe for another couple of episodes, stick to the post gameplay commentary, just because it is easier for me to talk about some things, you know, like I'm not distracted. So for now at least until I'm like 100% back, we'll keep it this way. I hope you guys don't mind. I know you'd probably prefer to listen to me screaming in the middle of this gameplay. Well, I didn't scream. I can't even like cough without my chest feeling like I'm getting kicked. Like, yesterday was a rough day. Even laughing hurt, so I'm gonna try and not do that as much. But yeah, no, I'd like to have. I'd like to think that the next game that I've chosen, the one that I'll be playing alongside this, will be entertaining. I've got too much going on at once. I've got like so many plans and ideas for the series and the channel that it's like, I know I'm like basically just gonna overwhelm myself. But I don't know. I'd like to think I'm ambitious. It's like, for the longest time now, even though this is really only like the 5th Let's Play video I've uploaded in general, like, I have plans and I have been like trying to work out plans around something I wanted to avoid, but at the same time I've kind of I'm not going to beat around the bush. So one thing I'd never wanted to do on this channel, as much as I could help it, is play Minecraft, because I love Minecraft, but the problem with Minecraft is I could spend, like, it's kind of like an addiction. It's like smoking. It's like you try to quit, you might get through like a couple months, you might feel like you've done a great job, and then you'll be like, oh, I'll just have the one session, you know, I'll just have the one cigarette, and then you spiral, you're back in. You spent 2 or 3 hours on Minecraft putting in the effort to build your like little starter house, and that's it. Now you've got all these plans for like a mega base, and you know, you want to have like a fancy storage system, and that's basically what I'll be like, and I don't want to turn into a Minecraft channel. So I've got plans to try and maybe like get around that and still play Minecraft. But that's not gonna be a anytime soon kind of thing. That's probably gonna be like a very last resort kind of thing, because I feel like Minecraft videos, like, I'm not knocking YouTubers who play Minecraft, especially like, because you get guys like Grian, Mumbo Jumbo, Good Times with Scars, like the Hermitcraft lot, and they're all like in the millions of subscribers, and they're like really good channels to watch. Like PewDiePie, he got huge, well, I mean, he didn't get huge, but you know, like his Minecraft series is kind of like the stuff of legends now, with like how much love that series got. I mean, Natrix is still making artwork from it as well, like fan art, which is just mind-blowing. But the issue is I don't have time or the skill to take maybe what would be like 3 to 4 hours of like gameplay from Minecraft, especially when Minecraft can be, if you're not super amazing, can be a really slow start. And my Minecraft sessions, even though I've been playing the game since it came out, but my starts are always super slow, because for the longest time I only ever played creative. And then I literally stopped playing just before the Nether update. Like, I just finished like a 3-month build of like my own mega base, and it just kind of drained me. So I don't know, if there's demand for it, if someone hears me say I'll play Minecraft and they want it, I'll do it. But not like just the one person, like it'd have to be a few people. But then I don't know if I'll be doing it. I might even live stream it, in all honesty. I think that's probably like the better format for doing it. Because there's some games that are like longer than I'd like to actually play, which might benefit from like streaming. Or I could do like a documentary type series where, you know, I'll take like a few hours of gameplay and condense it down to 30 minutes. Sort of like my first episode of Alien Isolation, but I'll actually have like a structure and like a script to go off, and like, I don't know, I can make it work, probably, but that's what I mean. My editing skills aren't exactly like Hollywood professional levels. Like I'm happy I've got a job, especially like in this climate, in like during the pandemic and everything that's going on with like national lockdowns and like England's absolutely terrible tier system solution. But I would love to have more free time so I can actually work on things like my editing skills to make the videos better, to work on things like being able to talk and play at the same time. But again, I'm not I'm happy that I am able to actually sustain myself, because so many people right now just don't have that luxury or option. Also, something I decided to do, which may honestly drag out this series a bit longer than it needs to be, but I'm gonna condense episodes down to around 20 minutes, give or take a minute or two either way. Really, I'll only be taking out things like loading screens and any edits where I go into my settings, but other than that, like I said, you get all of the gameplay. This is the area where you can see here, like, I'm trying to get onto the heavy cannon, and it's just not having it, so I try quick swapping, and it's just not having it. I'm like hammering the Q key and like while trying to like move, and it's just not having it, and then it goes to the shotgun, and then it just starts working again. And this put a real it took, what's the word I'm looking for? It took so much of my attention and trying to figure out what happened that I lost a life there, and then like almost immediately, like in just a minute here, I lose another life because I was panicking trying to get my weapons to work to the point where I wasn't like thinking of like self-preservation, and then it just spiraled into this absolute clusterfuck of like poor gameplay. That's my first actual death of the game, and there are, I believe, 2 more to follow, because the same issues were happening. My Q key wasn't working, so I'm trying to quick swap, trying to get out of like the rocket launcher or trying to get over to the shotgun, and it's not happening. I believe the weapon wheel actually started working again at this point, but I'm trying to like quick swap at points, and it's just not having it. And then that ultimately leads to frustration, that leads to more poor gameplay, and that will lead to my second death. Something that actually confused me as well is I've played through this level a fair few times, like on multiple playthroughs, like trying to get all the collectibles and stuff over on the Xbox and on my personal playthrough through this on the PC. And I've never struggled with that, like this level. Like, even on PC, I tend to be able to get through levels, maybe losing like a life, with the exception of this episode and the episode before in the Slayer Gate. But this is the first time I've noticed like how many Mancubi are in like one area, and it called to question, like, have there always been, like, I don't know if like I'm counting 3 or 4, like, I believe there was 3, but there might have been a 4th. I don't know, but I don't remember ever struggling at this point. But then, yeah, so that was more or less a suicide. But what I ended up actually doing here is I ended up quitting out of the game, shutting it down completely, killing it off in the task manager, and then reloading. So from here, this last little bit going on, there's actually, I'm actually back up and running properly. Like, I've actually got a working weapon wheel, I've got a working quick swap, but once again, frustrations kicked in. I am not a happy bunny at this point. It's like in the last episode as well, where I put that little caption up saying I was going on a rant. Yeah, this is more or less the same thing. Like, I know I'm not good with these controls, and it's kind of like, I say it every episode, you know, I'm always pointing it out, and, you know, I'll try and stop, but there's, in like the heat of the moment, you swear the game is like just going against you. Well, I mean, I'm counting 3 Mancubus now, so I know it's not 4, unless I wasn't paying attention. I didn't watch myself kill one, but like in the heat of the moment, like when you're like legitimately trying and you're also ill, the frustration kicks in massively. So I'm still not, well, like, I'm still not amazing in my health at the moment. But I was talking about how, like, in the last episode, like, how there's 2 specific enemy types in this game that I can't stand. Whiplash, which is coming up in a minute, and Carcass. I think they are the 2 most annoying enemies in the game, and it's a good and a bad thing. Like, at the end of the day, they're doing what they were designed to do, but I think some of their design aspects and like choices that, like, for attacks and stuff, like Carcass uses a shield. I can get over that. Like, I don't care that he can like block you, because that's what he's meant to do. You know, he's a, oh, they've got a word for it. He's area denial. He's why you need to be careful with, like, the rocket launcher as well, because you'll go to fire that thing off and he'll put a shield up in your face. He's got, like, a standard laser blast, and he's got, like, that weird, like, it comes from his stomach, I think. Like, it's like a, he's got ranged attacks, that's fine. But one thing I can't stand in games, like, you're seeing it here, like, this fucking shockwave attack. Whiplash has it, even though he has, like, he does technically have a ranged melee attack with these chains, and they're fast, they can close the gap quick. I don't get why they need a shockwave attack that can push you back as well. Like, yeah, like, here is a grade A example of me just not working. Like, my brain, like, why would I not just use the plasma rifle, like, right away? Instead I'm trying to do, like, rocket lock-ons and shit. And then I'm out of ammo, but I'm just, like, standing there waiting for it to recharge. Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, no, so I get their design, and I get what they do, and I get they do their jobs, but I genuinely think if one of them had the shockwave attack, then I probably wouldn't complain as much. But the fact that we've got two enemies that have a shockwave attack that can knock you back for no real reason, it's just dumb. Unless I'm missing the point. But here's where I stop, because there's another big fight coming up here. I'm gonna stop ranting now. This has probably been a little bit more ranty than it really needs to be, and my throat isn't really up for it. But that hasn't stopped me, apparently. But thank you so much for watching. Look out for the first episode of my next Let's Play. Look out for part 4 for this pretty soon. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.